towering figure well known to international audiences. Saeb Erekat was described as an eloquent champion of the Palestinian cause. Born in Jerusalem in 1955, he received his higher education in the United States before completing a PhD in peace studies in England in 1983. Saeb Erekat led Palestinian negotiations for decades and was chief negotiator during the Oslo Accords and the Camp David Summit in 2000. He was always in pursuit of peace and yet wasn't afraid to call out Israel for what he viewed as aggressive behavior.
Israel must understand that the language of occupation, the language of the continuation of the settlement activities, the language of confiscation of land, non-compliance with agreements signed, the language that Israel is using, whether it's through attacks and through siege and through the escalation of the aggression, is not going to get us anywhere.
Saeb Erekat was known as a Yasser Arafat loyalist. He didn't view his passing as a roadblock to peace, although he was pained by his death.
My heart is broken because President Arafat is dead and the Israeli occupation has not.
In recent years, Saeb Erekat had maintained the title of chief negotiator, even though peace negotiations with Israel had stalled. He described the normalization of ties between the United Arab Emirates, Bahrain and Israel as a poison dagger which would achieve very little.
Israel can bring 193 ambassadors to Tel Aviv. But then what? I am what needs to be solved. I am the problem. They are my problem. I am what needs to be solved. And the only way to have peace in this region is to solve the Palestinian question, is to solve the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
Despite the shifting alliances in the Middle East, Saeb Erekat always wanted to solve the Israeli-Palestinian conflict with a two-state solution based on borders negotiated to in 1967.